Hi guys, I hope you're well. It's Dr. Jav here. If you can hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box. And also, if you can all put your videos on as well, this is an interactive call with our leaders. Every single person on this call, I am hoping and praying every single person on this call will become a P1000 as a minimum within the next 3 months. And we have people on this call who are already P1000s, and in your case, it's got to be P2000. So every single person on this call is other than myself and Mandeep, is either a P1000 or 2000 within the next 2 to 3 months. So within the next 90 days. So we're going to start in 1 minute. And as I'm just fixing my PC, yeah, if you can all put your videos on, that would be awesome. Now, the reason we're doing this call, let me just make sure everyone is on this call before we continue. Okay, I am expecting more people to turn up, so I'll keep the call open to allow others to turn up. And again, if you can turn your videos on, that would be awesome, because we're doing this this webinar for you guys. We're going to have to leave, both myself and Mandy, at about 6:30 or so. So we'll keep the webinar to about half an hour. Now, the reason for this call is to try and understand where everybody is. So every single person on this call is a leader, and what we want to do is we want to understand what is going well for you, what isn't going so well for you, and how we can change that. And also, if you have any blockers, what's holding you back. And so we'd like everyone to speak on this call. And it's like a little bit like a Q&A, but more so we want to try and map out a strategy for you so you can hit the next rank very, very quickly. And as you know, a lot of people in this business, in our business, are absolutely smashing ranks. We have many, many 6- and 7-figure earners, too many to mention. And that's what I want to happen for every single person on this call as well. So please turn your videos on, and I'm going to see if Mandeep is alive and kicking. So Mandeep, you can join the call as well, wherever you are.
Yes,
Barbados,
yes, I'm
Dubai.
here. I'm here in Dubai.
Oh, wow. So Mandeep, our recently chairperson, is on the call. So good to see you, Mandeep. How are you?
Yes. Oh my God, I'm just speechless. It's just it's been a crazy. What time was it? Okay, it was last night. And yeah, it's just been such a crazy 24 hours. Speaking to people, Zoom calls. But honestly, leaders, I'm not even joking. This feeling is awesome. And when I look at every single one of you in the team, I just see prosperity. I see abundance. I see everybody has the capability, not just in the next 1 week, but in the next 2 weeks, to hit platinum 1000 minimum. And I'm actually going to share my story of how this all came about. I was actually expecting my P5000 rank to come on Monday, Tuesday. So what actually happened yesterday was non-stop Zoom calls, go, 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 go. And then my eyes started to itch and hurt because I've been looking at the screen so much. So I literally knocked out. And then I had a call from Abdullah saying, wake up, you need to come onto a Zoom right now. And I said, Abdullah, I'm so sorry, but you're gonna have to excuse me. I'm really tired. And, and he said, you must come on the call. And I thought something had happened. So I'm on the phone, I log into the Zoom call, Takir's on the call, Abdullah's on the call, and he goes, Mandy. And I was like, what happened? You've just hit platinum 5000. So that's where it kind of all stemmed and started. So it was a bit of a surprise as well for me, because I was like, wow, just crazy. But honestly, the amount of love, the amount of appreciation, the wishes that everybody has sent, thank you so much. Like, every single one of you, I really appreciate you. We've had a phenomenal week. Obviously, we had Jav hitting platinum 2000. We had B promoted to platinum 600 today. So many blessings. And I was speaking to a few team members earlier, and I said, you know what this business has given us and our family, and anyone who's doing it, is that a job can't give you. It gives you blessings, it gives you friendships, it gives you vision, it gives you that confidence. You have great self-esteem. You feel your dreams are realized, and all the people that said no to you, it doesn't work, it's a scam, I don't want to do this. Does it matter now? It really doesn't. It really doesn't. And when you look down sort of 6 months or so down the line, you just think, you know what, all that stuff didn't matter actually. It doesn't. And I'm going to share something very personal with you all on this call about me. So and how I sort of got started in the business. But when I hit the age of 30, I felt under accomplished. So there was loads of things that happened. Hit 30, I broke up with my ex, who was just a horrible person, and he gave me a very, very hard time. So spiritually, mentally, I was quite down. Physically, I was hit with a very bad virus as well. I'd also turned 30, but then obviously every cloud has a silver lining. I was blessed with this business. So I came across this business opportunity. And I remember for the first 2 weeks, I did nothing because I was overwhelmed. I was just so emotional. I was broken, basically. And I didn't really understand what the business was. I just kind of thought, oh, I've joined something, Forex, whatever, like I'll deal with it later. And everything kind of changed for me when I met Abdullah and Takir, and they sat me down and they painted a vision. They said, look, what your job is, what this business can give you, a job can't, the legacy you can leave, the money that you can earn. And I remember looking at Abdullah and I was just speechless, because I was like, oh my God, this person's earning $10,000 a month and he's sitting in front of me, like he's just there, and the people that you meet, the obstacles that you go through, it's incredible. You're going to have loads of highs in this business, you're going to have lows in this business, but everything just, the lows don't seem like such a big deal. You just think, you know what, it doesn't matter. And so I'm here to say to you that if there is something you're going through mentally, don't worry about it, because in 3 months' time, in 6 months' time, these are the little things, and don't sweat the small stuff. Honestly, don't sweat the small stuff. There were times that I gave Abdullah a very hard time, don't get me wrong. And he was actually having a laugh with me today. He goes, you are one of the people that gave me a hard time, because as well as being coachable and teachable, I was very frustrated, especially in my early days. Again, I'm just being totally honest with you. The learns, from my journey that I want you to have. But don't be frustrated. I know it's easier said than done, but there were so many times when I wanted to quit. I just thought, this is not working. Someone's left, and I pinned my hopes on someone, and maybe I might have blown an account, or someone said something, or someone close to me said, oh, what are you doing? Get a real job, and you need to start a family. You need to do this. You need to do that. And it really got me down. It really, really got me down. But what I've learned through everything is that, do you know what? When you hit a rank like this, or even I know there's chairman 10, chairman 25, but when you see the progress, you just think, you know what, this works. We had someone just today promoted B as an amazing woman. I met her a couple of months ago. She's already platinum 600. Jav, platinum 150, 600, 1,000, just recently hit 2,000. Look at everything. Look at all the abundance that's around us. Whatever is going on out there, a lot of people are suffering, pandemic, a lot of negativity. But all I see in this business is blessings. Things are happening for us. Things are growing. And Dr. Jav and myself, we're here to serve you all the time. Anything you need, please pick up the phone. I'm really, really super excited, because as soon as lockdown is over, we are doing a whole team dinner or lunch or whatever. As soon as lockdown is over, we're going to get everyone together and do a dinner or something. With some champagne, of course. I mean water.
Champagne.
So that's going to be incredible.
Just aqua frizzante. Sparkling water, I think.
Sparkling water, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But honestly,
champagne don't mix.
Yes. No worries, Jav. They all know anyway. It's all good. It's just the leader's call. That's fine. But honestly, don't give up is my biggest message. Don't give up, because the feeling that you have, the confidence that you will get is amazing. You feel like a new person. You feel just, last night, again, I went into my mum and dad's room. Well, actually what happened was, Abdullah told me, I came into Rajan's room, he started crying. Then I started crying. Then my younger sister started crying. We went into mum and dad's room. We were like, wake up. And they thought something had happened. And then Rajan announced the rank. And then we all went downstairs. We ordered a pizza. So this was all happening last night. We had some drinks, and it was just great. It was really, really great to see that the goal and the dream that I have is being realized, progressively, that I've always said I want to retire my parents, and this is something that I want to do, and I could never do it on a single wage that my job was giving me. You need kind of a 6-figure wage to be able to retire your loved ones and do something big. And hitting this rank, now I see, okay, well, it's around the corner, it's happening, momentum is here. So I was there once where all of you are right now. Jav was there once where you are all right now. When people say, I'm going to sign, I'm going to join, and then they don't do it. Or someone leaves your group. or someone says something that you don't like, or a team member is giving you a hard time, or whatever it is they're saying. But it doesn't matter. Like Abdullah always says, God will choose what you go through. We will choose how we go through it. It's all about our mindset, our attitudes, our feelings. And again, I'm being totally honest on this call with you today. My feelings, my attitudes and emotions were not in the right place when I started this business, because everything I thought of was very negative. It was very frustrating. I was like, well, why isn't it happening for me? I'm doing 10 presentations. I should be the best. This should happen. But you know what I've learned? It's all about servant leadership. It's all about helping other people to grow. It's all about creating those friendships. It's all about impacting someone's life. Whether it's through one phone call, whether it's through picking someone up, whether it's through blessing them with the opportunity, even when you feel that, oh, it's a bit of a chicken list, sometimes you don't want to approach that person because they're too successful, or whatever it is, just tell them, because no one can come back to you in 6 months' time and say, hey, you're earning 10 grand a month or 2 grand a month or 5 grand a month and I've been struggling and you didn't tell me, and every single one of us, we have dreams, whether it's a dream wedding, a dream house, a dream car, retiring parents, doing the best for our children, sending them to the best nurseries or private schools, whatever it is. This business allows you to realize dreams. And most people still don't get it because they're in that job mentality. Let them be. All we got to do is focus on what we need to do. And trust me, everything starts from here. Everything starts with you. When your energy is high, guess what? All of your team's energy is going to be high. They're going to be flying. They're going to be walking on clouds. But what you'll notice as well, and it's like a subconscious thing, when you're low, your team feels low as well. Because the way you speak to them on the phone, they pick it up. If I was low, you'd immediately sense it. If I was high, then obviously you'd sense it. It was the same with Jav. When you can kind of sense the tone, and you approach the business in such a different manner with that confidence. You feel great. You feel good. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. Shannon, you're amazing. I love your tenacity. You're such a positive person. I think you're amazing. And you've always got a smile on your face. Let's get you to Platinum 600. I know you're round the corner. It's round the corner for you. So keep going, my love, like you're doing amazing. B, super woman. Congratulations on Platinum 600 today. I remember when we met and you were saying, I get it, Mandy, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it, I'm going to go for it. And you do it in the space of what, a month and a half, you've done Platinum 600, like you just did it. We announced B's rank today, Dr. Jav and I, we did a 3-way WhatsApp call, and my goodness, she was screaming the place down. I said, B, you've done it. Dr. Jav said, B, congratulations. And her response was, like, she literally, it was like that, and it was like lots of screaming, and like it was crazy, and it was awesome. Loved every minute of it. You're amazing. So honestly, you're such an incredible woman, mother. I know that you're going to go very, very far with this business, so keep going. Don't let anybody distract you. You are on form, and you're doing amazing. Mohammed, you are our Platinum 1000 in our group. Hats off to you. You're a university student. You're so young. You're in your early 20s. Think about where you could be by the age of 25. It's incredible to think as a university student, like what you could achieve and accomplish by that time. So I just want to say, you know what, keep yourself in check. Keep your emotions, your feelings, your attitudes, always keep that positivity, because you have it in you to do it. Look, if you can get to Platinum 1000, you can smash Chairman 10 easily, and you will pay the way forward for a lot of other people. So I just want to say well done to you. Maria, superstar Maria, always positive, medic student. She's done a lot of testimonials on our women empowerment calls. Maria, you're someone who's, you've grown a lot. I've seen you grow from the time that Dr. Jav and I met you, and you made like your first trip to, you made one of your first trips to one of our conventions. London. And London, sorry, and you came on your own, and that was amazing. And then all of a sudden, you're here. You're Platinum 150. You're close to your next rank. You're buzzing. It's just incredible the way you are, how you approach people, your positivity, your tenacity. You're so positive, and you really developed. Sorry, I just got a call from someone. Hang on a second. And you're someone that's grown a lot. You really have. And there was a time when you wouldn't even come on a call for a testimony. You were like, no, Mandy, like next week, and I can't do it. And now you're just like, yeah, no problem. I'll come on for 5. I'll come on for 10 minutes. And you've got that flair about you. So I just want to say thank you. And Dr. Jav, finally coming to you. Platinum 2000 leader. Again, I've seen you grow. You are an incredible inspiration to us all. And what I love about Jav is he's just super laser focused. He just gets it. He goes, he runs, he's there. His servant leadership is incredible. Jav, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure working with you always. I'm looking forward to our journey ahead together.
Yes.
And thank you so much. So yes, I've taken up quite a bit of time there, but over back to you, Jav.
No, that was absolutely amazing. Everything that Mandeep has said, apart from one thing, is true, and that's her age. She's obviously not in the 30s. She's about 20, I reckon. Anyway, so very much like Mandeep, going back a while now, before I started business, I was broke, busted, and disgusted. And I was poor. I was passing over opportunities repeatedly. So I would get these amazing opportunities, but because I was not in the right mindset, I would pass them over and say, no, it doesn't work. It's a lot of rubbish, over and over and over again. And once you do that, you get into a cycle. And once you're in that cycle, you cannot get out of that cycle. So every single person on this call, I was expecting a couple more, but I don't know, they couldn't make it for whatever reason. So we'll chase them later. But every single person on this call, I've got your names on my diary, okay? And I've also got your rank on there as well. So I don't know if you saw that. So that rank is the rank you're going to hit within the next 30 days. And if you don't, we have your address, and Mandeep has a very fast car, and she will get to you within like 20 minutes. So again, I'll say that again. I've written your ranks down. And again, you need to do that yourself as well, because when you write things down, these things will happen. Now, Mandeep doesn't know this, but I actually knew she'd hit the rank yesterday and not today when she tried to announce it. But again, I'm not going to tell her how I knew, but I knew it, because vibrations and frequencies are amazing, and you get to know things. So yeah, Mandeep, well done. And every single person on this call is a leader. And I think very quickly, if you go through each single person one at a time, what's going well for you, what's not going so well for you, and what are your blockers? And both Mandeep and I will address those in the next 10 or so minutes. Mandeep, is that okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to go first, it's an open call. You can just, let's have a chat.
Yeah, so whoever wants to go first, go ahead. Otherwise, I'll pick someone at random.
Hello, can you hear me?
Sinead.
Yes.
So how do you guys, what can you suggest to like motivate your leaders a little bit more in terms of like prospecting and those that want to do it but are a bit scared of doing it?
Okay, yeah, I can answer that. And then Mandeep, you can add to it afterwards. If your leaders do not know what their why is, and their why does not make them cry, they will not be motivated. So your why should make you cry and not fly. I love that. So why should make you cry and not fly. If you think about your why, if you don't get emotional about it, there's an issue there. Then your why is not in there. So every single leader in your team needs to have a proper why. Their why should not be, I want to go out there and buy the latest BMW or Mercedes, Audi, whatever it is. It's got to be bigger than that. How many people are you going to help? So when someone comes on board in your team, the first thing you should ascertain is what your why is. Once you know their why becomes your why. Because when they are successful, you'll be successful. So make sure you know what their why is, and that's half the job done. And then afterwards, if they're still not motivated, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot force a horse to drink. Move on. I've had so many people that I've spent days and hours and weeks with, thinking that they'd be the next chairman, only for them to leave because their why wasn't strong enough. So keep going, stay in phase one every single day. Make sure you know your team's whys, and then address those whys. When they forget, people will forget. Remind them. Get a notebook, make sure they write their whys down in their notebooks, on their phones, and make sure they revisit those every single day. And that should help you. Mandeep, if you want to add anything.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if they're a leader, and again, I'm just echoing Abdullah and Takir's words, a leader is always self-motivated. So if you have to constantly say, right, have you sent your 10 messages? Have you done Eventbrite? Have you done this? Of course, we can guide them, but there comes a point where do they really want to build? Do they really want to leave that legacy? And it's also teachability, coachability index. If someone is saying, I want to retire my parents, but I'm scared to send a message. It's all about comfort zones. So I think in summary, it's all about leaders are self-motivated, and it does come back to their why. So maybe have a one-to-one with your team members and just say, look, is this something that you really, really want to do? Because if it does mean sending 10 messages out or coming out of your comfort zone, then so be it. But we have to do this if you really want to get there.
Yeah, and Shanann, you have to keep going. Even if your team is demotivated,
Yeah.
you have to keep going, because you will hit the next rank with or without that team, whatever happens. The people that started this business with me a year ago, or thereabouts when I started, are not in my team today. I thought they would stay the course, but they didn't. I have new leaders in this team, and you are all here on this call. Most of you are on this call, and you guys are going to make this happen for yourselves. So your team might not stay the same. It's a fluid environment. People come, people go, but the best people will stay with you and support you all the way to the top. Okay, Shanann. So anybody else want to ask the next question? Otherwise, I will unmute you.
Yeah, sure. I'll ask if that's fine. So I would like to ask, what do you do if you sometimes feel lazy or sometimes feel demotivated?
Okay, Mandy, it's all yours.
Well, I was going to say something, but it's probably not appropriate. I was just going to have a glass of wine, but obviously that just not. So it's being recorded as well, Jav.
Yeah,
Like,
Mandy will come to your house in a very fast car and motivate you. And you don't want Mandy outside your house at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, like knocking on the door. I think again, Mohammed, it comes down to the why. Like if you really, really want, like I know for you, we can all be open, by the way, with our whys on this call. Everybody knows my why, my parents, and it's the same with you. But if you really want to retire your parents, then you're naturally going to say every minute of the day counts. Every block of text messages or whatever that you send out is going to count. Look at it this way. For me, let me tell you how deep this goes. The every day I delay sending out text messages or Facebook messages is an extra day my mum is on her feet in the pharmacy. Every day I delay picking up the phone to someone, my dad is in that chair in the bank with a bad back. So for me, I'm thinking, hang on, I need to look after them. So it's all about, okay, well, I'm motivated to do it because I don't want them sitting in there or on their feet for till whatever. And it delays it. Every day we are lazy or we don't do something, it adds an extra day delaying our success. That's it. So it's again, it comes down. Do you know what? All these questions that are being asked, that it's one of the things that I've come to realize is that you can have all the skills in the world, you can send all the messages in the world, you can do all the team calls in the world, but if our mindset and our why is not big, it doesn't work. It can't. Like, I know I wouldn't have lasted in this business this long if my why was not that big. This is bigger than me. Like parents and just the one day I will show you my 300 goals list that David and Manita asked us all to do at the beginning of the year, but it's so big. And so again, it comes down to that motivation to say, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to definitely do it. Jav, would you like to add?
Yeah, again, Mohammed, it goes down to your why. If your why is big enough, you should kick yourself up the butt if you're feeling down. You shouldn't. Obviously, we're all human. We go up and down, up and down, up and down. And I feel down sometimes. Maybe something's gone wrong, but you've got to push through that, because you will always have obstacles. And if you don't push through it, then there's an issue. So you need to make sure that you're pushing through all the negatives to get the bigger and bigger and bigger positives. Does that make sense, Mohammed? Now, everything you go through is a test, and your test will become your testimony. So in a month's time from today, you'll be P2000, and you'll be thinking to yourself, why was I crying about that person that left and joined that American team? You don't have to do that. You just move on. People come, people go. And like I said before, everything you go through is a test, and your test will become your testimony. And I can guarantee you, we'll have this conversation again next month when you're a higher rank, and you'll say to me, do you know what? I just cannot believe how silly I was then. So just keep going, keep pushing through, and you will make it. Just tell yourself every single day, I'm so happy and grateful. Whatever your goal is, I'm so happy and grateful, over and over again. And you have every reason to be grateful. You have no reason to be depressed whatsoever, because there are people out there in a lot more worse situation than you. In fact, there's over, I think 7 billion plus people out there that are probably in a worse situation than you. Okay, Mohammed, did that answer your question?
Yes, thanks a lot, yeah.
Okay, next person.
Right, hello, hi everyone. So for me, it's not so much a question. Yeah, hi.
Firstly, congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely, what you've done is absolutely amazing. In case everybody doesn't know this, B actually hit that rank within probably about 4 or 5 weeks. I don't know the exact number, but it was pretty good. So B, your testimonial is absolutely amazing. I think firstly, what was your story? What's the reason for you doing this before you want to go on to your question?
For me, as I said last time, I just started 4 years ago when I had my son, and I spent a lot of time at home with him, and it just made me, so initially my goal in this life was just a very simple one, just to spend more time with my kids, because I've got 3 kids, just to spend more time with them at home. But then as I'm getting older, it's sort of slightly changing. And so that's how I got into doing something, but I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do until when I spoke. So obviously, people speak to you about different businesses, but it never really sits with me. But then one of the things that really sat so well with me after 5 minutes of somebody talking to me about Forex was Forex. Within 5 minutes, I was so convinced that's something I wanted to do. So for me, it wasn't so difficult for me to get into it. It was actually one of the most easiest things I've had to do, because I saw the vision in this business. I saw what I can potentially achieve. And more importantly, what I can help other people as well to achieve. So to me, but then, even still in the beginning, it was more about, okay, I've got a nice house, I've got a nice car. To me, it was just to get my kids to boarding school, or to private school, both of my kids, because my first son is 16 now, and my second is 5, and my little girl is 1. To me, it was just to send them to a nice private school. But as I'm getting into it, I'm now realizing that I want to impact on other people's life. That's what's more important to me now, to be honest, than actually sending my kids to private school. It's about the impact I would have on people's life. Because, like, for example, I've got 2 girls on my team where they're on maternity leave at the moment, and they really don't want to go back to work. So now I'm thinking to myself that if I could make this happen for them, they don't have to go back to work. They can stay at home, look after their children. How amazing that will be to them, their family, their life, their children's life. So to me now, it's more on the impact that I can get on people's life. So that's what is driving me every day, to get up in the morning, make all these calls, do all this prospecting, speaking to Mandy and trying to get her to do this, and speaking to Dr. Jav to help me to do this, because I just want I just want that impact on people's life. So to me, that's where I am at the moment. I'm really super excited that I'm bringing people into the business that have the same vision like me. And so yeah, we're all in this to win. So yeah, I'm so excited.
Okay, B.
So I can't wait.
Any one question that we can answer for you?
No. To be fair, all the questions that I wanted to ask was the one that I wanted to ask was what motivates you guys? What if you're not feeling motivated? What do you do? And that was already been answered. So so it's more about me into this now. So my questions have been answered by you, Amanda, in the course of talking. So yeah, for now I'm pretty much okay. There's no doubt in my mind. Just like anybody else, I just get sometimes a little bit frustrated, that you talk to people and they really don't see this. They cannot see the reason why you're doing this. And so to me, that's the only downside. But I know that I'm planting seeds that I would someday harvest. So it's just getting on and doing more prospecting and talking to more people and trying not to be frustrated if I don't get the answers that I want, if I don't get the results that I want. So to me, that's where I am really.
Yeah, no, I think what you're doing is amazing in a few short weeks, and I'm looking forward to announcing your next promotion in the next couple of weeks, B. So This business is about duplication. If you can become a P150, you can become a Chairman 100.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? If you can become a P150, you can become a Chairman 100. It's just duplication. You just do the same thing over and over and over and over again. That's all you're doing. And again, obviously there's a little bit of different in skill set required for each rank. But the good news is that we'll teach you and show you what that skill set is. But primarily, it's a game of duplication. You just do the same thing over and over again. And when it comes to prospecting, I agree, I have this as well. There is a lot of pain sometimes. You get used and abused and you get rubbish thrown at you from people saying it doesn't work.
Yeah.
What you have to do is you have to fall in love with that pain. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because if you are experiencing pain, you're growing and getting better every single day. So fall in love with that pain, because if you are experiencing that pain, you're growing and getting better every single day. And it's a process of growth. Just like a caterpillar has to get out of that cocoon, you're doing the same for each rank that you're popping through. Does that make sense?
That's right. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So every single person on this call is a leader. I'm just looking for Maria. Did she leave? I think she might have left the call. She probably had enough of me talking.
No, I'm still here. I'm still here.
So I couldn't see you. So I thought maybe you thought, bloody hell, man, Dr. Jav just doesn't stop talking. Anyway, Maria, let's come to you now. Let me know how you are today. Any questions you'd like answered?
I'm good. I just had one question.
Mm-hmm.
I have a really hard time trying to get people. So when we have the team like presentations or someone's doing a presentation, because obviously it's in this business's volume, the more people you can speak to, the bigger things are going to happen. But I just have a hard time getting people onto those calls. Like it's a lot easier for me to do like a one-to-one, but then you only have 24 hours in the day. So trying to get people onto like somebody's, so how Mohammed does like quite often the guest presentations, you do them, but getting people onto those, it just seems like a massive mission. Like I don't get how people are able to do that.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's a very valid question. Getting people onto presentations is one of the most important skills that you have to have in this business, because it just means that you don't have to do all the work yourself. If you just focus on that one skill set and become an expert on that, your business will go through the roof. Now, there's just a couple of things you need to bear in mind. When you're speaking to people, what are you telling them about the presenters? You have to edify the presenters. If edification is missing, people will say to themselves, who's this guy? Why should I go to this presentation? If you went on to a meeting with someone and said to them, look, I don't know, who's very famous nowadays? Anybody name me someone who's famous? Drake, okay. No, I don't know Drake that well, but if you said, look, I've got Drake on a call today or tomorrow at 6 p.m., you have to be on that call. Obviously, assuming that person wants to speak to Drake, but if this person knows that or can relate to what that person is doing, they will get onto that call. So edification is so important. If you do the edification properly, your job's done. Because if I said to you, obviously you're a fan of Drake, I think, yeah, possibly. If I said to you, Maria, Drake is in my house tonight, why don't you come down and we're going to have like, I don't know, sandwiches together or something, or pizza. I wouldn't even have to give you my address. You would go online.
Be in the car and be like, Joe, where are you?
Even if I didn't answer your call, you would find out the address from somebody else and say, where does Jav live? Let me get to his house now, because the edification has been done for you. Yeah, so you get the edification process right, people will want to come to those meetings. And also, when you're speaking to people online on social media, it's very hard to get them to attend if you don't have their phone number.
Okay.
What I do is, when I'm prospecting, if I don't get a phone number, I generally move on. If people don't want to speak to me on the phone, they don't want to work with me. Why should I waste my time with them? So on social media, if I don't have a phone number, I will move on to the next person, because you cannot always get people onto a presentation just by an email address. When you've got a phone number, you can WhatsApp them, you can ring them. There's many things that you can do. Whereas if you've just got the, if you just have an email address or Facebook Messenger or Instagram, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And also, what you need to do is reduce the amount of time you're wasting with people. So firstly, edification will get rid of some people. The second thing is, I always ask for a phone number after the second or third interaction. If I don't get it, I move on. Obviously, I'll still engage with them now and again, maybe once every couple of weeks, but generally I will move on, because I can spend more time finding new prospects who want this business rather than wasting time with people who are not willing to give me information that I need or they need to move forward. So those two things are the most important. And obviously, engagement. You might speak to someone today who'll say to you no, and then a year later, they'll come into the business. So through your social media posting, if you're putting something in the stories every single day, I say generally at least 3 to 5 stories every single day on Instagram, link it up to Facebook, and people are seeing that what you'll find is people are watching you whether you know it or not. You're being watched. Okay, so people, I'll give you an example. We had the fire up call on Friday, and some people in my team were expecting me to be on that fire up call, but I was busy. I had to be somewhere else. And then I had all these messages. I came back home at like 10:30 in the evening. I had all these messages saying, Jav, are you okay? What's happened? You weren't on the fire up call. So people are watching you whether you know it or not. So whatever you do on social media, just bear that in mind. You're being watched. Keep it professional always. And once people can relate to you, they will come and join. But like I said before, edification is so, so important. Talk about the presenter. Again, if you don't know what edification is, we can do a call on edification, sometime in the week later on. But edification is so important. And through that, people will get onto that call, and then we can close them for you until you learn how to become a really, really good closer yourself. So yeah, just focus on getting people to the calls. That's the most important bit. Is that okay?
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, Maria. Mandy, it's good to see you. How are you?
Yes, good. Sorry about that. Just had to jump in and out of a call just then.
Yes.
But is everybody good? Has everybody asked a question? Is everyone?
Yeah, everything's good. I'm just going to say, does anybody else have a question? Because we do have another call tomorrow for the wider audience. So I'm expecting B to do a testimonial there because you just hit rank B. So get ready for that. And Shanann, of course, you'll be P600 by tomorrow. And Maria, so will you, and Mohammed P2000. So we're expecting you all to do testimonials tomorrow. So anyone that's got like one final question for Mandeep to answer?
They're all pros, Jav. They get it.
Okay, cool. So Mandeep, do you want to have a closing word?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say, never give up. Never ever give up. It does not matter what he says, what she says, it's a scam, it doesn't work, this, that, and the other. Always, always, always listen to your true self, and always look at your vision. Your vision will pull you through. Whenever you have that dark moment, can I speak to a prospect? It's outside of my comfort zone. Should I really do this? When you have your vision and your goal in front of me, like if I stop my camera right now, that's my goal this year. I can see it in front of me. I have literally photos of that everywhere in my room, so I can see it. And of course, as we develop you all, you'll get to hear a lot more about mindset and feeling and vibration and frequency, because Dr. Jav and I do a lot on that. But the way you feel will dictate your business, not only your business, but your life. And I didn't have much of an understanding of this, probably Jav more so than myself when I started, but I didn't get it. I just thought it was a load of hocus pocus, and I thought, yeah, whatever, I'm going to do the most presentations, I'm going to do the most this, that, and the other. But this is not a skills-based business solely. This is 90% psychology and 10% skill. And I remember Abdullah, we were on a Platinum 1000 plus call a couple of weeks ago, and he was laughing. He was saying, do you know what, leaders, I find it amazing. If only people just believed, that's literally the secret sauce. If only people just believed that it works, and they felt the way they would feel as if they'd achieved their goal, it's done. But most people think about what's there in front of them. Okay, this prospect signing up, this one's not, this is not happening, that's not happening. But if we just believe like it's Christmas Day tomorrow, or like it's on the 25th, we expect Christmas right on that day, or whatever day, pick a day in the year that's very special to you. You look forward to that day because you know it's coming. When you have that confidence towards your goal, my goodness, like I know my chairman's done. I'm like, like it feels that good. It feels that good. So when I think about chairman, I'm like, oh my God, 6 figures, parents, like it's going to be amazing. So much that we're going to do, traveling as well. And it gives me the goosebumps when I think about it, but I know it's on its way. So whenever I feel it, like I'm feeling it right now, just talking about it, I feel like, yes, it's there, it's going. When you have that kind of feeling towards your goal, things will just fall into place because you know it's there. It's Christmas Day. Say it again, Jav.
Can you have your chairman face again, please?
You've recorded that, haven't you?
Wait, oh, I wanted to get it too.
Can you see? Can you see a camera in my hand, Mandeep?
I think you've got your. I think you've got your like. Now you're looking at your phone. I can see. But yeah, honestly, guys, just be crazy, be energetic, feel good all the time. Because lasting words, the 2 words that I want to leave you with: feel good. That's it. If you feel good all the time, my good, your business, your relationships, your family, your everything will be positive. Everything, trust me. I only got this recently, and I wish someone had told me that when I started 2 years ago. You're getting this secret sauce now, but honestly, that's what this business is all about. It's all about feeling good.
Yeah.
Jav, over to you.
So that is the secret. So you need to live in your goal. You need to live as if you have already achieved your goal. So you saw Mandeep's chairman face there. whenever I meet Mandeep, her face is always everything. I'm thinking, Mandeep, what's wrong? She goes, well, Chairman 100. Now, obviously, we're all human and we forget things. Now, I was watching Paloma Sensori's one of her videos recently. It was in Spanish, but I got what she was talking about, and my Spanish isn't very good. She did a video of a room, Mandeep. I don't know if you've seen that. So she's going for Chairman 250 now. And everywhere I looked, there was like, I'm so happy and grateful I'm now Chairman 250. She's got like photos of herself, that promotional flyer with Chairman 250 on it. So wherever she walks, wherever she goes, she can see her goal. So she's living that goal. It's the same for Mandeep. It's the same for us. We're both chairman this year. So everybody writes this down. On every one of your phone, when you call us, you should have Chairman 10 written on there. So Dr. Jav, Chairman 10, same for Mandeep, because whatever you say will actually appear. So for each one of you on this call, including you, Mandeep, I've written down your rank. So I'm not going to tell you what it is, but again, you will hit that rank within the next 2-3 months. And if you don't, I've said this before, Mandeep will come to your house and start having words with you. So the definition, I don't know if you know this, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. And that's what people are doing nowadays. You speak to prospects, you speak to 10 people, 1 person will come into the business. Again, same rule over and over again. Sometimes 2 people might come in, but very rarely more than 3 people will come in. More people will say no to you than yes. And like Mandeep said, do not ever quit, because the grass will always appear greener on the other side. You will hear things on social media, when you go to meetings and conferences, when people say, do you know what, I became a millionaire in 2 days with this company. It's not going to happen. I've been in business now for over 2 decades. I know what business is. And in all honesty, the business is the leaders. The leaders make the business. And if you look at our leaders, just look at the Chairman 750s, and just look at how they operate, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. In other companies that I've been in, companies I've run before as well, where there have been other managers in place, if the managers or leaders have not got it, then that's not the place to be. Look at the leadership we have here. It's absolutely amazing, and that ripples down to every single one of us. Now, Mandeep and I are going to ensure that every single person on this call, if you're not already, is financially free this year. And we are not doing our job if that's not going to happen, because your why is our why, and we're going to make it happen. And we need you as well to believe. If you don't believe, we can't do the belief for you. You have to believe yourself. Mandeep and I can't come to your house and say, do you know what, this is your why. Let's give you a different why. It's not going to work. You bring the belief, we'll make it happen for you. And together as a team, we'll make it work, because you all know, teamwork makes the dream work. So together we're a team, we're a family, we're going to make it happen. Mandeep, we're going to have a physical meeting probably in the next month or so, once things settle down outside. And again, we'll make it happen. Mandeep, any final words, and we'll close this meeting, I think.
Yeah, that's it. Let's just go. We're really, really excited. I can't wait till lockdown opens up. I think it's 4th of July. They've given everybody a date. I think that's the official date. So if I'm sure restaurants, hotel lobbies, all that sort of stuff will be open. So we'll definitely meet up for a team lunch or dinner, and that's going to be exciting. So let's just do it, guys. Let's make 2020 our year. Let's go.
Let's go, guys. Thank you for coming on the call. Mandeep, thank you. And of course, we've got the meeting tomorrow, Mandeep, 6 o'clock. And we'll have a much bigger forum. And again, give us your questions. We're here to help you. And again, let's make it happen for everyone. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.